It's just coincidence.
Ah, Brian Knight, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Oh, hello, Brian
Okay,
Knight.
just getting
Hey,
some
how you doing, Alana?
Doing well. How about
getting some
you?
food.
I am doing fantastic. All right.
I'm glad. You look great.
Thank you. You look good too.
That's your average officer.
I'm
The
gay
average-
though.
The average officer. Hey, what's up, Gay Knight?
How you doing?
Good on,
Look,
Mr. Knight.
so we have an issue last night with the raid.
Oh, what
First
the
off,
fuck?
Did you hear about it?
Shit.
What do you-
Yeah, I
what
was
do you
just
think of the
speaking to
office?
Arjun.
Want to sit on the sofa?
I can push
Oh,
over for
how you
you.
guing? Doing? Oh,
Hi.
Hey,
How you doing?
Arjun.
Hey,
How you
Arjun.
Hey,
Hey, this is
awesome.
one of the motherfuckers, Chief. This one of them.
Hey.
What did I do?
Perfect.
What did I do?
All right, so here's the thing. A raid got carried out before it was fucking signed off by a judge.
Oh, this.
Is everybody aware of this? Is everybody
Yes.
aware of this?
Disgusting behavior.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, so what my issue is where were the commanding oversight on these very green, dumb fucking officers? Arjun's great. He's an amazing cop, but he's still green as shit. That's why I ain't promoted him to sergeant yet. He needs more time to fucking marinate. He needs to see more shit. All right, so Brian was captain, oversight involved in the shit. Brian goes to bed. Bean signs the warrant. Why is no one overseeing these fucking officers and they're doing this shit? I'm not saying that you guys are solely responsible. I'm saying that we all fucked up here and both of our departments are responsible. All right? Does anyone disagree with what I'm saying?
Well, hold on a second. Are you are you suggesting that officers cannot be trusted to?
Yes.
Then they need to be fired.
It's not
Which
that,
I don't think it needs to
Knight,
happen in this particular case, but
It doesn't. Knight, you know
yeah.
as well as I do that your average officer is dumb as shit.
Yeah.
You know this. Don't lie to me and say that you don't know that the average
oh,
officer...
they're absolutely fucking cooked, 100%. I think a good portion of them need retraining, but
Look.
I don't particularly think. I think you're barking up the wrong tree, to be honest.
How so?
I think my first question is, how did he think the raid was like actually?
He looked at a template instead of looking at the raid warrant. That's what I heard.
Affirmative.
Okay,
Looked at the
well,
template
that's
that
what
he
we got to
used.
find out, right?
Yeah,
Because
he's a template of one that had been signed off before open.
Yeah.
And then when he was a little bit cooked going through them, and then opened up his MTT, saw the raid template one, saw that it had been signed off by a judge, and was like, okay, we're good to go. They pull out one car. I get a call back from the judge being like, hey, there's some things that like changed. So I give Specter a call when he's like mid-raid, and then they only get to one car because of that.
right.
You mean there's some things that you want changed in their mid-raid?
The judge
you
wasn't
didn't
happy
even
with the
sign it?
warrant. I did sign it. The judge didn't sign it.
So we need context first, right? Arjun, correct me if I'm wrong. So Arjun and I spoke about it this morning. It sounds like they wanted a not raid, and it was going to be denied
First
on
off,
that.
we don't do that shit. All right, can I be honest, guys? Night raids. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
that
we
can all agree
don't do
night
that.
raids
We
are dumb.
don't do that.
Yeah.
That is correct, unless
do
there's
not do that.
extraneous circumstances.
Exactly. And it
Uh,
doesn't sound like there was. So
No,
I'm already pissed off because I am the victim of being night raided.
so hold on. You're not wrong, and that is
I
a
am.
standard.
I'm pissed.
That is a standard. That said, that's a standard in the DOJ as well. So we can't just get not raids anyways. So the only means by which you can get a not raid is if we justify it. For example, they say, yo, go and do the raid. Pretty much you need to have a reason in it. Like, for example, they don't want to, they want the raid done immediately, right? The actual person. Or alternatively, let's say the individuals have consistently, like, you know, killed us when trying to conduct the raid. But
Yeah, I think I agree. Knife raids are shit, right? But this is missing context. I think the whole the suspect was okay with the raid. It wasn't behind his back like half the knife raids are, right? This was he was fully aware that he was getting raided. He just wanted to be, I guess, actually I don't really know the ins and outs, but he basically got sent to jail knowing he's going to get raided, basically. This
Okay.
wasn't
Arjun-
behind his back, which is I don't agree with that at all. But
Hold
Yeah.
on.
One-
Why are
more-
we? All right. So pause. Why?
Pausing.
All right. So here's the question I have. Why are we sending someone to jail and then raiding them? We should be raiding them and then we're holding them in police custody and then we're sending them. We're
Wait,
sending somebody to
he
jail
was
for something
released.
that we're raiding them for, and
Yeah, I
then
think,
we're going to send them to jail again for the same.
Arjun,
Doesn't
correct
make
me if
sense.
I'm wrong. Didn't the guy give permission to be raided? Was then processed or whatever, and then his lawyer called to remove the permission.
I believe Craig Barrett.
Pause. The lawyer can't do that. All right. How do
Oh
we
my
know that he
God,
is
guys,
actually
you need
returned?
facts first.
I think he was in the interrogation with him.
Okay. Well, so at that point, you need to hear the confirmation from the individual themselves. All right, which means you pause what you're doing and you try and get you got to verify the stuff in fucking person. All right? Because, I mean, I think that, I mean, we can, whatever, just continue.
Yeah, so I believe Brandy Specter sent him up. And then Craig Barrett, I believe, called Specter to say my client has withdrawn his consent. I don't know the ins and outs of that.
Bro, I already want to put a gun in my mouth.
Lawyer called Specter to say my client has withdrawn consent after he got sent up.
And then that's when they said they'll just write it up.
No, the reason for us writing it up, I believe, Specter writing up, is because they were acting very sus, right, Brian Knight? Like it was more to save our backs because they were doing they were like, oh, we give you permission to raid our girlfriend, which makes no sense. I don't know what the hell was going on, but
Oh.
So do you know what you do in a situation where someone gives you permission to raid them? You turn on the recording device.
Okay.
I believe
So
they have it on
let
recording.
I believe it was recorded.
let's start with like getting facts on the table here because I think this kind of sets the tone for everything. These guys conducted a undercover operation last night, in which they managed to apprehend somebody. That individual was selling drugs on Hades turf. The individual made multiple phone calls during the chase, which we witnessed, eventually resulting in his car going out while he was trapped in to get interference or like a pickup or something along those lines. The car went out by the church north of Boulevard Del Perro. Guy hopped out, and finally, and this is like 15 minutes into the chase, some red Lampadati comes up, picks a guy up. They drive for a minute, and crash into Mount Zona.
For a second, because I don't care about the incident. All I care about is
hold
the
on.
stuff that happened with the raid.
Well, I got you, but there's a lot of statements being made without some of the context. So hang tight there for me. The guy pops out, and then we are surrounded by members of Hades. Okay. Those individuals end up leaving. As a part of that interrogation, we believe that the guy makes it very clear that he wasn't in Hades despite the pickup. When Barrett arrives, he speaks with the suspect, and they are very much pushing to get that raid done consensually, but he is pressing very hard for us to raid his girlfriend because he claims that he lives there, which is a bit strange because we can't just go into his fucking girlfriend's house just because he says he's got keys. It was a very strange sort of circumstance. As a result of that, that is why the consensual raid did not take place. Because there was a belief that Barrett was trying to play some games to try to fuck these guys over. The word malicious prosecution was thrown around a number of times by Barrett. So in the interest of protecting not just the department, but also the individual officers involved, the decision was made to write a raid warrant. Okay, there you go. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. That's fine. That's normal. That's
Well,
routine police work.
Right. Well, you said something about like the consensual raid and getting it written down and all these things, right?
Yeah, so the guy said he wanted to. He said he was okay with the raid, and then his lawyer contacted Specter and rescinded that consent for the raid.
He gave consent after Barrett arrived, but the consent was for his girlfriend's property. And in addition to that, they were very interested in having it done and the charges pressed. And I think the primary reason there is they don't want the Hades connection to be outed. You know what I mean? So
why was the guy to be raided exactly? I heard it was a car that was raided. That's what I heard. It was a car.
It was vehicles.
Right.
He didn't own any properties. That is correct.
So why was he raided? Was he raided because he gave consent to be raided and then rescinded that consent to be raided? Is that why he was raided?
He was raided for drug trafficking.
Oh, so he had a bunch of drugs on him.
Correct.
In the raid request, he was raided yesterday, like 24 hours before the raid request. The second raid request was put in, and he was caught with like 400 bags, and he admitted
This is why I
interrogation to buying a lot more. So they were going to look for those other ones.
Oh, good work.
Yeah.
It sucks that we fucked this whole thing up.
Then the good news. I wrote my first subpoena and it got signed. So I have his text. Thank you.
Good job. Good job, Argent. All right.
Wow.
Good job.
Thank you, Peach. Thank you, Peach.
So you guys don't think that command oversight over these green officers doing this raid is like an issue? You guys don't think anyone's at fault? Knight for abandoning them, and then Dean for signing off on it and not.
Hold on. What do you mean abandon?
Well,
when was I doing command oversight?
Well, I thought you were working with them. That's what they said.
I was
right?
present. Yeah, I was trying to help him out a bit here and there. No, I do not agree that officers that have been in the department for about a year now need to be babysat. I mean, if we end up going down that route, we ain't gonna get anything done, right?
It's not babysitting. It's an operation that's taking place. It's a serious thing. It's a raid. I think command personnel should be involved. I mean, we really want a department where all the officers go rogue, just writing subpoenas. We just review them and they go do whatever. I mean, I feel like command oversight's important in the field. That's why we have so many command members to have oversight. In the
oversight is 100%
like this, right?
important. But let's put this into perspective, right? A officer conducted a raid without the raid warrant being signed. How do you stop that exactly?
By making them say, by the command member being in charge of the operation being the stopgap to verify that, right? I mean, I think it's obvious. Like, if you or Bean were involved, that this wouldn't have happened. And you guys were involved.
So
you guys weren't given the oversight to these people.
I should have came back to MRPD, locked them in a room, and didn't let them out until it was signed.
No, but you could have been like, "Hey, call me when this gets signed."
I did.
It's really that simple.
I called them. I told them I've pinged the judge to get it signed. I'll let you know.
Yeah, and then is it really hard to have them?
We've historically here's I don't generally disagree that command should be involved in these things, right? But we're dealing with a case where someone did something unilaterally without the permission. So the question becomes, how do you resolve that? Should every raid have a command member present who reviews everything that took place?
Yeah, I think it's good to have a good point of contest for, especially when it's operation with green officers that don't carry this stuff out routinely. Here's the thing.
I don't want to call them green. Maybe that's where the confusion here for me is. Specter,
they're patrol cops. Routinely, they're patrol cops. People like Argent are new. We all know Argent's pretty new to the force. I know this, and I'm new to the force myself. Right? I mean, if we have a group of officers that are carrying out a raid, I would think it would be pretty common sense that they should have a command personnel involved with them as oversight. And you can't really convince me otherwise in this situation that's oversight would have stopped this whole incident from occurring. Because I know for a fact,
bro, this guy is cooked.
You're one of my longest friends. You're one of the only people who I look at that has, I would say that you have the same experience as me. Bean, I know you're a good sergeant. I know that if you were a little bit more locked in and cared, that this wouldn't have happened either. And it would have been as simple as saying, hey, call me when the raid's signed off so we can organize and go carry this out together.
Well, I told him I'd call them
Not-
when it was signed off because I told him a judge was actively looking at it.
Hey,
And then
Oh.
not
Right.
5 minutes
So here's what it's
later,
looking
I
like.
called
Hold on
them.
one sec.
And
Can you call
I
me
tell
back
them,
in about
hey,
30?
the judge is it's not going to sign off.
But I'll
on
call
it
you back
as it
at the
currently
tsunami,
is.
yeah?
But they were
okay.
already
Sounds
searching
good.
the vehicle at that point.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Okay.
Then, so you know what the issue is now then? It looks like it really is all on Specter. But I still do think that command oversight should have been more forceful. Like, these people should know to be in contact with command. So I guess the LSPD will handle this one. Specter fucked up. But I think moving forward, that command personnel should be involved.
Moving forward, sure, yeah. Any raid that I'll sign, I'll
I think
baby it a
that's your
little
job,
bit.
right? To have oversight over them, Bean. I really think that's the truth. Like, I think that command
I agree
personnel
with
have
certain
that
officers, but I disagree when it comes to people that were Tier T
Are we not
operators.
a
They
u-
should be
hold
full
on.
versed in. They've been a part of the department for a long time. They were in Tier T. They should be
That doesn't
full
make them
versed in
any-
raids.
Hold on, pause. Very few officers are versed in raids. Very few officers are versed in court. I mean, being good in the field and being a good operator alongside a raid being carried out is one thing. Okay, but doing it yourself is a completely different animal. All right, in the future, I really think that in order to prevent these types of things from happening, officers shouldn't be as gung-ho and command oversight should be a thing because there's enough command personnel around. Command personnel's around the clock, right? We have coverage, all shifts. Tons of command personnel. If a command person is just interested in patrol cop shit, they're not going to be. In my
he
command.
sounds absolutely cooked right now.
It's that simple. Their job is to oversee.
This
these
is like
types of things.
this is like a
I don't know if it's the same
consultant
for you
coming
guys
in
at
and saying
DCSO.
random shit with having
not
no
like a dig at
information.
you.
It sounds
expect
so
my
retarded.
command
I don't
people
even know
to be in
how to
fucking
put this.
command.
Like this is
Not
all
let the
getting
cops
thrown in the
dictate
dumpster.
everything.
It's very out of
We need to
touch.
be in the know of what's going on so that shit like this doesn't happen.
He doesn't even know what happened
we'll-
yesterday. It's
All right,
the definition
I'm
of ignorance.
satisfied. Let's make a positive change out of this moving forward. Specter's obviously going to be fucking punished for this. All right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to learn from this. I'm going to make sure it doesn't happen. My command team will make sure it doesn't happen. You guys on your end should make sure it doesn't happen as well. Does anyone disagree?
Um.
That's what we want to do going forward. I'm happy with that.
It's
Yeah.
our jobs, right? I think it's like a commanding officer's job to do that. And then Specter, I mean, I don't know what type of punishment we should give him.
I mean,
Specter's
what
a decent patrol cop.
what did he? I'm still kind of confused as to how the fuck he thought it was signed. Right.
He was
So
looking at Bean, say it again.
Yeah, he had the template open for a different one that was already signed off, and I guess he just opened that up, didn't look at the body of text for the raids.
but how did
must
he
have been
not
like-
see the judge signature? That's where I'm
Well,
confused here.
there was a judge one on the template one
was
that he was
looking at
using.
a
He was looking at the past raid warrants, and he had that open. And then it must have been same kind of like template style because he was just copying it, and it was signed off. So he was using someone's approved one from a judge, signed off one from a judge as a template, and then got mistaken with that one as his own, and assumed it was signed off.
So we have a raid template with signatures on it. That's where I'm
No,
confused.
no.
he was using it as an example.
Yeah,
Like,
like
he
an
looked
example.
Oh, he
One
was
that
looking at a
previously been
different
signed off.
warrant.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
So the formatting was probably the same and everything, and then he just didn't read the actual.
Oh man.
Body, yeah.
Oh my
I probably
god.
didn't sign that one that he was looking at, so.
Yeah, I think it's. I'm gonna be honest. I do think that, you guys should have had more oversight on him, but it's sounding more and more like he fucked up himself. I mean,
Yeah,
it's ultimately
I'm
probably- It is what it is. I mean, but we gotta Listen, your average cop is a fucking baboon. Right? They need leadership.
Oh my God.
A lot of these, listen, this isn't direct.
Do we need a fucking raid cert? So I'm going to speak openly here, right?
Honestly.
This is fucking like, because here's the thing. There is so much fucking shit that needs to be done investigatively. It is so fucking difficult to get hands to begin with, that one guy who's clearly fucking has issues, and let me just put this, like, I like Specter. I don't think he should be fired. I don't think this is the end of the world, but Specter is a very special person, all right? Argent, how many times did he say shit that made it very fucking surprising in that entire situation? How much dumb shit did he say? Go ahead.
If we're giving percentage-wise, out of 100, I would go with about probably around 40-60% of the margin.
So I think someone that, like, you know, my concern here is I don't want to necessarily handcuff most of the force that is not that stupid as a consequence of someone that is very stupid, right? So it's like least common denominator, like philosophy. I'm afraid it's going to slow us down and turn people away from doing what we're desperately need for. Yeah.
All right. The answer for us is, hey, if you're going to we're not going to shy people away from trying to raid people, do interrogations. We want them to do that shit. All right. But it should be common fucking sense that you should be working with a member of the command team that knows what the fuck they're doing.
Here's what I'm thinking. If someone going forward, if someone signs a raid warrant, they are to oversee its execution. All right.
Yeah. 100%.
Wait, I got a question. Isn't the system, like the whole rating system, isn't that already baked in? Considering whoever signs off on it is the point person for the judge, and they give the green light. That's how I recall.
That's why I'm not blaming BCSO anymore. This is clearly Specter just fucking up. All right.
Well,
and here's the thing that bothers me more: how many people are around Specter as this fuck up occurred? Not one person. Arjun, I gotta ask you a serious question. Why ain't one? How many people were involved in this incident? How many people carried out the raid of this vehicle?
Why?
5. It was myself.
You mean to tell me? 1 second. I don't care who was involved.
Wait, where the fuck did
5 officers are carrying out a raid? Not one fucking person looks to verify, hey, the raid warrant was signed by so and so. You know what I mean? How the fuck does that happen? That's an even bigger fuck up. That, like, the checks and balances are there. One person doing this and fucking, if I can understand. But the way I look at it is 5 cops are fucking involved. Ain't one person verified, pulled it up, looked at it.
That's what I told them last night, sir. I said that they should be checking each other's work and making sure that nothing's fucking missed, because sometimes our eyes go crossed and we've missed things, and that's what happened last night.
Arjun, be honest. Does this sound like I'm being a dickhead when I say these things? I care about your opinion. You're the future of this PD.
No, I think I think you're right. I think the issue was everybody that was involved. But I do say that, but they've been on raids before. But everybody that was involved, I guess, wasn't experienced. It's locked in, you could say. I mean, listen, you had Miller twat out the illegal raid car.
Yeah.
Wait,
that's an issue.
Who did that?
Oh, I didn't tell you. Oh, shit.
Okay. I want to roll back. Why would BCSO be blamed to begin with? I'm confused here. This is a LSPD op, was it not?
No, I'm changing my point of view on this.
Well, no, I want to ask that question first.
Because Bean was the one signing off. We don't know how hands off he was.
Commanding officers to this whole thing are you and Bean. That's why this had to be looked into.
Was this not one of the was this not run by the drug op team or whatever that you guys have?
But you were involved and Bean signed off on the warrant. I would have thought maybe one of you guys would have been on the know of what's happening.
Out of curiosity, what were you doing, Bean, during this raid? What were you doing?
My pursuit trials. I pulled over the side of the road, Redis, signed off on it,
bro,
and then continued with my trial.
How are you gonna run your fucking department and a team if they can't be self? What the fuck
this
are
isn't
we?
That big of a deal. Let's just learn from it. All right, I already said I don't blame you guys no more. We've done the investigation. This falls on Specter and the 4 other people involved. All
Bean
right.
could have done more. He didn't need to, but he could have.
Could have
He
done
could have.
more.
He could have strived to
didn't
do
care
more.
to.
In
Can we agree
future,
on
I
that?
will baby your officer, Carmine.
You could have done. You could have done.
Yeah.
More.
Look. Let's not turn it into baby.
I'll look over it. No, I won't baby them, but I'll look over it.
Hold on.
I'll
As a
be there
command
for it.
officer, it's your job to oversee shit. I would at least oversee shit that my name's tied to. Because what stops is what's going to be brought up in court.
Yeah.
Well, who's the commanding officer that signed off on this? All right. I mean, be a
Previously, the
completely
command member
logical
on the
question.
thing was just there for a check on the paperwork before it went to a judge.
That is correct. Yep.
It wasn't oversight of the raid or anything. It was just a check for the paperwork to make sure nothing moronic was going to judges.
And that right there is my concern with the scalability of this. Is that if we do mandate this, there's going to be a lot less signatures. It has historically been a big deal. That's the thing.
It is not good. Listen, there ain't no way that this is going to be a big deal. Asking our command, all right, you guys thinking that it's a big deal to ask our command members to oversee the officers in the field, which is already their fucking job, is laughable to me. Okay, I don't understand logically how you guys think this is going to be a fucking end of the world by a break.
I'll explain. I think you're kind of I'm not saying. I think you're missing my point. Here's how I'm viewing it, and maybe this will make a bit more sense. You guys got a drug team, right? And
yes, they're new.
It's awesome to see that happen. I saw them at work yesterday. It was well done. You know, Brandy did fucking amazing. I'm disappointed she's not the one that wrote the raid warrant. Given that Specter's a fucking dumbass and shouldn't be writing it to begin with.
Agreed.
Based on what I observed yesterday. And so that unit that's operating together should continue to be built up. And that means that when it comes to their like raid signatures and how they handle it, is that they got to build up that like expertise within themselves so that, you know, if someone else is attached to it, they don't get this like, you know what I mean? They need to be able to be self-sufficient, right? In the same way that any other case that someone is working, it is self-sufficient.
I disagree.
What, units and cases?
I disagree that the expectation should be officers that are involved in this shit should be self-sufficient. It's our job.
No. The units. I'm saying the units.
Okay.
Yeah, like a unit should be self-sufficient, no?
I think that in a lot of instances they should be self-sufficient, but it doesn't sound like any of the command members were around to really make it a self-sufficient unit, which is the issue.
I don't really know much about the drug team. I'm assuming that's where you guys are trying to get to.
Yeah, it's got some type of Espinosa's drug unit, Arjun's drug unit, DRT, you know, whatever they're trying to work out, you know.
I mean, even those units have command oversight, though.
Yeah,
that's kind of the big thing.
Yeah, and that's what I'm kind of saying is that in there should be baked in those individuals, right? So
I mean,
they just weren't
if
around
you're doing
yesterday is the problem, right?
Yeah.
They weren't around yesterday is the problem, right? Espinosa is usually around in the mornings, and I think Peters is, you know, the lead, and I don't believe he was around yesterday either. So there was no sergeant, you know, directly working with them, the drug unit.
Well, why are we doing operations without command being aware and involved?
I think they were just doing normal police calls, and it turned and then pushed it further instead of just.
They were doing an undercover operation. Why isn't command aware?
That's a good question, to be honest.
Listen, I want you guys to do stuff, but you gotta make sure someone in command is aware of what the fuck's going on. Officers, otherwise someone could come walk in and blow you up.
Who runs the unit right now?
Peters. The drug is Espinosa. Peters is TRT. Arjun, did you talk to Peters yesterday about this operation, or is that something that like because I know he revamped everything.
Bro, I want to
know
blow
what-
my head off because literally,
Guys,
allowed
listen,
to
I
do.
don't want to waste any more time on this. I got a lot of shit I got to do. Okay? When you're carrying out operations, you always got to make sure someone from command's involved. They're the ones that give you the sign off on shit. All right, this is basic shit. If you sign off on a fucking raid warrant, you should probably be inclined to know what's going on around that raid warrant. And I don't understand how 5 officers involved all missed that the fucking raid warrant wasn't signed. All right? Now, listen, this is the only warning. I'm giving this to everybody in the fucking room. I will clean house again if you don't shape the fuck up. I don't give a fuck. Okay? Because there's a difference between me allowing you to operate and then allowing you to fucking fail. You have everything around you need to fucking succeed. All right? I'm not playing these babysitting fucking games. Okay? Lock it the fuck in. Do the basics of your fucking jobs. All right? And if you can't do that, then I'm going to rebuild everything again. I don't care how good you are. I don't care how much you think I need you. All right? What I need you to do is the basics of your fucking job. All right? Because I assure you, I am very well capable of deleting TRT, deleting this drug unit, and rebuilding them with all new fucking people. Okay? And if that's something that
those people aren't here right now.
That's fine. The message, there's enough people in this room to get the fucking message across. All right? I'm not standing in a room talking to my fucking self. I'm standing in a room talking to fucking 6 other fucking people. All right? Get the people in line. All right? We got too much shit going on to be babysitting every fucking thing that's going on. All right? I want results.
You need to talk to them directly. The leads of those units.
To Arjun can talk to them. Oxby can talk to them. Carmine can talk to them. Maxwell can talk to them. There is enough people in this room that I don't have to handle everything. That's why I have these people around me, so you guys can talk to them for me. I am not the messenger that goes to everybody individually. Otherwise, what's the point of me having any command around me if it's going to be the Kyle Pred dictator show? Right? All right, we have command from all departments here. We already discussed how we want things to be moving forward. This shit ain't a big deal.
What the hell is going on right now?
Make sure that we fucking clog all the issues now early on in the infancies of these things. These type of things are going to happen, and do our best to make sure this type of shit doesn't happen again by everyone doing the basics of their fucking jobs. All right, now me and Carmine and Oxby, we got some shit we got to fucking handle. All right? If you guys agree, if you guys disagree, I don't care. Make sure that the people are aware. All right? Otherwise, the next time that a fuck up like this happens, I'm going to fly off the fucking handle and I'm going to go nuclear. All right? Get the fuck out of here. We got shit we got to do.
Moral of the story, try to do more next time, buddy.
Hey, Carmine, come here. Carmine, come in here.
What?
Yes, sir.
Is he drunk right now?
Fault, bitch.
Brian,
This is your fucking fault, bitch.
don't even know what to say right now.
People gotta fucking
that was fucking.
Your ass is fucking you.
Oh,
Hey, the
We
man
just
of the
went
hour,
from,
Specter.
We don't need to babysit people to.
Hey,
We need to
Specter.
babysit people.
He
we don't
literally
need to
just said,
babysit
we
people.
don't want to babysit, but he's asking us to babysit people. What the fuck? Yeah, I was just chilling with Arjun. What the fuck? I'm not even commanding that shit.
Can I just say that I was trying to handle this myself so that he didn't have to, and then I got yelled at for handling it without talking to him, and then he just said, "This is why I have command." I already talked to Barrett, and I'm trying to get it dealt with yesterday. So I'm dealing with this.
Look,
I know what happened.
Bean, we are not doing what he said. I'm gonna make that clear. We are not going to treat our officers like children. I'm going to tell you this directly, Specter. You are a little stupid, okay? Yeah, but we should know that, all right? You don't write warrants going forward, okay? But that said, I recognize that it was probably just an accident. You know what I mean? It's not the end of the world.
No, you just need to
if you
slow
did
down.
that and didn't
Grab
tell
me
him,
or someone,
if you
will help you.
If you hid that information, that would have been bad. But making a mistake is not the end of the fucking world as long as you're honest about it. So
it's not. And that's why I'm like, this is being blown so much bigger than it needs to be. Mistake was made. It was caught before it went too far. I mean, obviously it went too far, but everything else, everything else was done properly, and I feel like that needs to be paid attention to as well.
Yeah.
Everybody's dying. Let's go.
God damn it.
We're gonna go die
You
with
want to
our-
drive together early?
Please, I don't.
I am
have job
genuinely.
fairs that-
Yeah. Okay, let's go. My car's outside. Wait, is she your cadet today?
She needs to ride with somebody.
Okay.
Here, go out here with Specter, Alana. Come on.
Yeah. Don't ride any raid warrants with him, okay?
Okay. Did he just leave?
Yep. I am so confused.
I got kidnapped by Pizza Gang, and then
What the fuck?
they were trying to make me shoot Paul Vamos, and I said, you know, I don't want to do it, and then PD ended up shooting, and then they threw a Molotov, and we all went down. Yes, ma'am, Pizza Gang. I can't go back, so I just came from hospital.
Shoot them all down.
I'm gonna take it with me. I'll catch up with you after the meeting.
Okay. All right.
Bye.
You're fucking done. Get out there. Let's go.
And by the